Hey, what's up, guys? This is Kev-D Fitness. I'm going to finish up the Q&A. I got a couple more questions. I'm going to blow through these pretty quickly. Last one I got a little long-winded, but if you follow the channel, you know I tend to be a little long-winded at times. Sometimes, if you want a really good explanation, you gotta use a lot of words. So, Daniel writes me, another buddy of mine on Google+. Hey Kev, my question would have to be about getting enough rest. My routine consists of 3 days where I do chest and arms the first day. The second day I do legs, and the third day back and shoulders. Then I take a day off and then go through my routine again, sometimes mixing it up. Do you think it would be better to work through the week than take Saturday and Sunday off? Because I have been considering that. Personally, Daniel, no, I don't think that. I think the way you're doing it is probably the best. You're doing a push day, legs, and then a pull. Well, actually, you got your back and shoulders in there. I guess you are comboing a push and a pull on your third day. But so you're going upper, lower, upper, and that's fine. That's fine. With the day off in between, I'd stick to that. That day off, after you do your 3 days of training, that day off is really going to allow your central nervous system to rest. It's really going to allow your body to recover. It's going to allow your joints to recuperate and to get a break. And the other thing is too, man, if you're going from doing back and shoulders and then you jump straight into chest and arms, well, if you're training shoulders and then the next day you're going and doing chest, your shoulders are involved in chest exercises. So you might not be able to get such a great workout. Your shoulders might be tired. So you're not going to get as good a chest workout. So I highly recommend you stick to that program of 3 days on, day off, 3 days on, day off. Taking the 2 days in off in a row is great. It'll give you a good chance to to recover, but the 5 days in a row of solid training, hard and heavy training, is a little much, and definitely better to split it up the way you've been doing it. But great question, great question. James writes me, says, Kevin, my question is about having hot abs naturally without using. Is it possible with intensive training? Yeah, it is. Excuse me, James. Yes, it is. I've discussed abs in detail in many videos, and you don't need to, when you say using, I'm assuming you mean using steroids. You don't need to use steroids to get a great set of abs. You need to get to a really lean, low body fat percentage. You need to train your abs rather regularly, 2 times a week, preferably with weighted exercises. I always recommend weighted exercises. Your abs are like any other skeletal muscle, so you want to build them up. 10 reps, 12 reps, 15 reps, keep it a little bit higher. You don't want to go too low and end up accidentally, pulling some of those small muscles in there like your obliques, which can really set you back. But yeah, the abs are, you don't need to take steroids. Follow that little routine, get your body fat percentage down low, and you'll have a great set of abs. The only other factor that's going to come into play big time with your abs, more so, really with any body part, but even more so, is genetics. What do your abs look like? As you've seen me discuss, I only have 4 abs at the top. I don't have your traditional 6-pack of 6 abs at the top. My abs are long and lean. I personally have to get to a lower body fat percentage to really see my abs good, because they are lower, they are longer, and they don't pop as much. That's just how my abs are. So you have to accept what your genetics are, train and diet accordingly for them, and just be patient. And you can get a great set of abs. You don't need to rely on steroids. Guys, you can get a great physique. You don't need to rely on steroids at all. Just hard training, good eating, good rest, good recovery, smart programming, and you can get a great physique. Now, if you want to take it to the super next level, the upper echelon, then combo everything I just said with some steroids, and you'll look amazing. Go off the steroids, it's going to go away. One thing about, you start taking steroids, you're going to get into a mental problem. Because when you train naturally, you will never be able to make the gains that you made on steroids. You will never look like you did on steroids. And you're always going to want to look like that. Once you've achieved, a phenomenal physique, you don't want to go away from that. And if steroids were part of what you use to get that phenomenal physique, be prepared to be taking steroids for a long time. That's your personal opinion, guys. Not something I recommend, but that's up to you. And and if you like that juice head type look, real big, real bulky, that's you. That's you. That's not a look I'm looking for. I want to look natural, big but natural. I don't want to, you work out, you want to stand out in the crowd, but you don't want to, totally stand out in the crowd. Be, big juice head, no neck, traps up to here. If that's what you want, that's what you want. But that's not really something that I'm looking for, obviously. And if you think girls like that, I know a lot of guys go into they start training because in my opinion, you start training because you want to improve your physique, you want to improve your health, you want to be strong, you want to perform good on the athletic field, perhaps. You're training because you want to get chicks. Should be the last reason. Because let me tell you, very few chicks, other than maybe Snooki from Jersey Shore, if you want anything to do with that, have fun. You want some gorilla juice head. Most girls don't like that, guys. Most girls don't like that. So don't get into steroids, especially, if you're doing for athletic performance and you think you need to take steroids, whatever, man. That's up to you. Especially if you're in high level competition. You gotta do what everybody else is doing to stay in a high level competition. But if you're working out just for recreation, just because you want to look good, and just because you think you want to get chicks, you don't need steroids. No chick is going to be like, oh, they don't care how much you bench. They don't care how much you squat. They don't care how big your biceps are. They really don't. It's much more important to have a good personality. Maybe have a good look, a normal but good looking physique. Some chicks are into that. And to be confident. Those are the biggest things. Have a good personality, be able to hold a conversation, and be confident. I know I got way sidetracked off onto that whole discussion, of steroids, but it's kind of embedded in the question. Because a lot of people who want nice abs, they're doing it in a lot of ways. They think they're going to be attracting chicks. Chicks want a hot 6-pack abs. We get some girls. Yeah, some chicks do dig that, man. Some chicks do, but you don't need to take steroids. Don't go there if you don't have to. Because it's not going to necessarily mess you up so much physically, but it probably will end up messing you up mentally. And if you're going to continue to train, you'll never get off this. You'll be cycling your whole life, just because mentally you're going to go to the gym, you're going to feel weak because you stop juicing. You're gonna atrophy. You're not going to be able to hold as much muscle mass. You're not going to be as strong. You're not going to look as big. And if you get used to it and you like it, the look that you've got with the steroids, you're going to stay with the steroids forever. So don't even go down that slippery slope. It's not worth it, in my opinion. So guys, got off on the tangent there, but that was the last question that I got. So I figured that's why I only did 2 questions in this Q&A. I wanted to go off and just touch on that this steroids discussion just slightly, a little bit more than slightly. But thank you guys. I hope you liked the video. I hope you found it informative. I hope you found it helpful. And please click like. Please do follow the channel. If you ever have a question, guys, just drop it in the comment below. More than happy to answer it. Might even include it in the Q&A video. Thanks, guys.